In a major development, the Trump administration announced on the 14th of April that it would freeze $2.2 billion in multi-year grants and $60 million in multi-year contract value at Harvard University after the school said it would not follow policy demands from the administration. On Monday, Harvard University said it would reject the Trump administration's demands for policy changes at the school. In response to the funding freeze, the university referred CNN to its earlier statement that it would not comply with the administration demands, specifically focusing on the following. For government to retreat from these partnerships now risks not only the health and well-being of millions of individuals, but also the economic security and vitality of our nation. The university received a letter from a federal task force last week outlining additional policy demands that will maintain Harvard's financial relationship with the federal government. In recent times, the Trump administration has threatened numerous colleges across the U.S. with funding cuts if changes in school policy weren't made. And Harvard's move appears to mark the first time an elite university has rebuked the White House over these demands. The letter directed Harvard to weaken the influence of students and faculty involved in activism on university affairs. It ordered external audits of specific academic programs accused of anti-Semitism or other forms of bias. It told the school to reorient its admissions and hiring practices to prioritize viewpoint diversity and de-emphasize race, religion, and sex. It said the university must reform the way it admits international students to screen out anyone hostile to American values or supportive of terrorism or anti-Semitism. And it demanded that Harvard regularly report various kinds of information to the federal government, including all admissions data and any rule violations by foreign students. In a Monday letter, Harvard's outside attorneys William Burke and Robert Hur said the demands exceeded the lawful authority of the federal government and said the school would refuse to comply. They wrote, neither Harvard nor any other private university can allow itself to be taken over by the federal government. Harvard President Alan M. Garber, in a statement, said that the majority of demands represent direct governmental regulation of the intellectual conditions at Harvard. He said no government, regardless of which party is in power, should dictate what private universities can teach, whom they can admit and hire, and which areas of study and inquiry they can pursue. Harvard's endowment was $53.2 billion in 2024, according to a financial report from the university. The university's stance is a most forceful pushback yet against the Trump administration's crackdown on elite universities, which federal officials accuse of indoctrinating students into left-wing ideology and allowing anti-Semitism to fester. The Harvard rebuke is a sharp contrast to the approach taken by Columbia University's leaders, who acquiesced to a list of demands from the Trump administration last month. In New York, Columbia promised to change student disciplinary procedures and place a Middle East Studies department under new oversight, among other measures. Harvard University is considered to be the country's oldest, wealthiest, and most prestigious institution of higher education. It is renowned for its long-standing tradition of academic rigor and excellence. It has consistently produced leaders in various fields, including science, politics, law, and the arts. The university also has a long history of Nobel laureates and other highly honored individuals that have either studied or taught there. Not only that, Harvard has played a crucial role in shaping American intellectual and political life. Its alumni have held prominent positions in government, businesses, and other influential sectors.